Hi, and welcome to a special mailbag episode of the It's a Mimic podcast. I'm Megan, and with me are Casey, Pepperina, and Miaca, who has, from what I understand, hogtied Adam into a broom closet somewhere. Like, do we know where he is? Like, or are you just keeping that a secret for now?
It's for me to know and for everyone to find out.
Okay, phenomenal. But yes,
we don't need to know.
We have yeeted Adam away to take over the podcast today for an all girls and all glory episode for the It's a Mimic podcast. We'll see if there are any more or fewer or less or more dick jokes, do we think? But, we'll see what happens.
Right. Normally, the mailbags have 3 D20 tables that everyone rolls on to determine which questions get asked. This episode, we're mixing it up. We each have a D6 table, and we're each going to see which 5 of our 6 questions make it into the episode, and which ones get recycled back into the pool.
These are all real listener questions, and every question gets added to the list no matter what. Ooh, no. We've only seen our own tables of randomly selected questions, so we're mostly in the dark. We're going to try and answer as honestly as possible, but we're all a little afraid of what the internet wants to know today.
Everyone has to answer, but the person who reads each question has to answer first. After that, it's a free-for-all. Also, we're drinking, so this might get sloppy.
Yeah, it's a sunny afternoon. What's everybody drinking? This is my favorite segment.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I have a Sapporo beer.
Nice.
And a Monster Energy drink.
Beautiful. I did a shot of peanut butter whiskey before we started, and now I'm drinking Barefoot Rosé.
Ooh. I'm drinking, it's called Beringer wine, pink Moscato.
Like right from the bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I have a glass.
Damn, Miaca.
Like, damn.
That's how we do it.
I have a good old iced latte and then a BC Vineyard Rosé from Liquidity. Yep.
Sounds very fancy. I like our broader array of different types of beverages for this. So Casey and I are just used to drinking a lot of wine. So
yeah.
Who else has been on a mailbag episode before? Anyone?
You're it? Nope.
Oh God, guys.
I've only had questions on them, and now I'm a little afraid that I'm here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm getting the revenge on Pets for all the questions she asks, and I have to saltily answer sometimes. So, but no. So what we'll do is we'll roll a d20 to see who gets to go first, and then whoever gets to go first will roll their d6, and then ask a question, and we'll just go through. Initiative order from there. Maybe 2 carbonated beverages during one episode is not a great idea for me. Whatever. We're here for it.
It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, roll d20, folks. I got a 9.
Ooh.
6.
19.
19 from Miaca.
Yeah.
17.
Okay. So we'll go Miaca, Casey, and then me, and then Peps, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Miaca, you're first. Roll d6. What's your question?
I had a feeling I would go first. All right, here we go. 4. All right, user Lessons in Detriment asks, can you tell us about your all-time favorite D&D characters that we haven't heard about?
Ooh.
All time. Well, I haven't really been, I'm a player, but I don't play often like everyone else does. But I guess as of right now, my favorite D&D character would have to be Strahd, since I'm playing Curse of Strahd. I want to punch him in the face because I've been going through it. But I would say he would be right now all-time favorite D&D character.
What character are you playing in the Strahd game right now? What's your character?
So I'm a celestial tiefling warlock.
See, that's fancy.
Yeah. Hold on. So now I love this character that I created.
What about you, Casey?
Okay. So character in just D&D in general, or character that you have played?
I can go either or. I think it just said character, so it could be one or the other.
Okay, I'm gonna go full selfish and I've played quite a few different characters, so I'm gonna pick my favorite character that I played, which was Acra Nerexius. the black dragonborn necromancer wizard that I feel like I wear a sense of pride that I think it was mentioned a lot on the podcast along the way as I played it. So
I was gonna say everyone who listens to the podcast knows who Acra is.
Yeah,
like
she was the best. I will never top her. I mean, my current character is pretty amazing, but yeah, there's nothing like Acra was.
Oh no, Acra was dope. And like my favorite character to play was actually like Acra's best friend, which was Cora. But like everybody also knows who Cora is if you've listened to the podcast. Cora and Acra were like the light and dark of that campaign. And I'm very glad that we didn't get a mountaintop battle, but I did get to kill you. And that's all I wanted.
It was to the death.
Something you'll love about us is that we do like to play games where player versus player is A-okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Peps?
Well, if we're going like NPC character, you all know I have a huge love for Strahd also, as he's my husband. Which I will say I'll go with that character. Pepperina Sparklegem was my very first character. That's where my name comes from. And she was a gnome with blue hair and a druid, and she just ran around and caused chaos in Barovia. She had a drinking problem.
Nice.
And she was, druid is probably not the best very first character to ever play, but she was a lot of fun to learn. And now I've sort of taken on her as my own persona.
I love it. I feel like, because like one of the Strahd campaigns I played in Strahd a few different times, and one of the times I built a Rainbow Bright halfling like bard that was just spreading love, cheer, and rainbows everywhere, which if you know me is not me at all as a person. No. So it was that was a hoot and a holler to play. I feel like Pepperina, and what was her name? I don't remember what her name was. Oh, it was Kim. K-Y-M. Kim.
Yeah, Pepperina, she wore a peacock feather tiara. It was like part of her look, which was, I think it was like Outlander or something I chose was like a trophy from a hunt that you had. And so I'm building this with my husband, and he's like, like the bones or the teeth of something that you killed. And I'm like, could I have a peacock feather tiara? And he's like, I guess so.
Fine. Reluctantly.
I'm like, aren't you glad that you asked me to play?
I love it. What about all right, Casey, actually. It's your turn to roll a D6.
All right. 3. Ooh, lovely. Okay. Ooh, and this is a doozy. I am sorry if I get this wrong.
We usually do. It's okay.
At avatar_Idalia asks, what's your favorite t-shirt that you currently own and wear the crap out of? All right.
So random.
So random. So I have several vintage Rod Stewart tour t-shirts from like the 90s and 80s. And one in particular is my favorite. It is so thin and so soft that I can't let it go. And so I'm calling myself out as like super dated, but I was a total Rod Stewart rock star because of my parents. And I still wear it all the time.
That's cute. I love that. I hyperfixate on things. So like I will buy clothes and then I will wear the shit out of that clothing item until it can no longer be worn, and then I get a new clothing item. So currently the shirt I'm wearing is my I will wear this until it dies shirt. But otherwise, like I don't hold on to things once it's run its life cycle. I know if it's a hyperfixation thing. Once I don't like it, it's like listening to the same song over and over again. I'll do it for like a month and a half, and I'm like, I'm done with this, and I'm never gonna wear this again.
Oh, I have like so many D&D shirts. But the ones I probably go to the most are I have 2 Death Save shirts that I cut into like crop tops, because I hate t-shirts that go like below my hips and bunch up weird. So I cut those, and it's the OG logo of just the circle and this like smoking skull, and one is white and black, like sort of tie-dye, and one's black with like a purple gradient logo on it. And I wear those all the time, probably places I shouldn't.
I love that.
We're like a flaming skull that says death saves to like my kids, parent teacher conferences and stuff.
Amen.
Yes, love it.
D&D makes friends wherever you go. I'm sure someone was just
It
like,
does.
those
It
who
does.
know.
Eddie Munson would approve.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I have a friend at a conference right now, like one of those, like a Comic-Con kind of thing right now. And she keeps sending me pictures of how many Eddies there are. So many people are dressed up like Eddie right now. And I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about it because like,
I know about you.
Eddie is like my current hyperfixation because like I love that man. And I like
a lot of them are dressing up as like him as a vampire. So like that whole thing.
the Babs theory. They won't do it though because it's too obvious now. So they're like, well, we can't do it because it's too obvious to everybody else. We can't do it anymore. So it's not gonna. I'm not gonna get it. It's not gonna happen.
No.
Everyone talked about it, so it's like.
But I feel like if they did that, it does open up a window to the next season. If they ever do it again, would be a Strahd campaign related Stranger Things.
Yes.
Could you imagine? Like, anyways, off topic.
Spin off this.
I guess my favorite t-shirt right now would have to be the Beware the Smiling Dungeon Master t-shirt I took from Adam. So like this summer while I was up there, we went through his closet and we like cleaned out like, all his old stuff. And I found this t-shirt that I gave him that he never wore. And so I took it and I've been like experimenting with crop tops as well. So like I cut it up and I cut like, made it like off the shoulder moment thing. So that's my favorite t-shirt right now. Even though I'm not a dungeon master, like I'm still gonna wear it.
Amen.
They do need more like female flattering D&D shirts. Like they're all just boxy t-shirts that you find. Like I need some crop tops. I need some cute details and cuts to them.
Never in my 34 years of life did I think I would ever wear crop tops until now. Like, and I'm just like all about it. Yeah, I'm like high-rise jeans, crop tops, abso-fucking-lutely. Also, I'm never going back to low-rise jeans. You could fuck off with that 1-inch zipper.
No.
Like, die in a fire. We're done. We're
like,
done.
Like 8th grade Peps would be so like mortified at all the high-waisted jeans that I have right now. like if my belly button is showing, I'm mad. And before it was like, I cannot have anything near my belly button. Like I don't know at what age that shifted.
Give me some leggings that I can up over my stomach.
Yeah.
And,
maybe it was like when I became a mom, like that.
like shifting.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
It's all the maternity pants that go up to your boobs.
Sometimes I just buy maternity pants because they're more comfortable.
They so are. They so are. Why do we have buttons? I don't know.
I don't know, man. All right, Peps, your turn. Roll a d6.
No, it's your turn.
Is it my turn? I go?
Turn.
I get to go. Okay. All right. I'll do it.
I'm keeping track. Adam specifically said somebody keep track.
Yeah, it's not going to be me. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Peps.
Yeah.
I don't, as the wine flows, I don't know how well I'll keep track, but I'm attempting it.
That's fine. All right, I rolled a 3, and I've got an @avatar Adalia as well. Asks, if you could cast true resurrection on any historical figure, who would you resurrect? Oh man, this is gonna get dark. Like, here's the thing. Like, when I think historical, I don't really want to bring somebody back because I don't want them to see what happened to the world. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to see that. I don't want to be the person that bursts their bubble that shit sucks. So I would bring somebody back from my lifetime that I wish lived longer, and that would be Heath Ledger.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, just because I feel like his career could have been so good and was so good, and I would have loved to have seen more things and him do many, many other things. So that was a sad one. So that's like, I would just bring him back so that he could have a longer career, and I feel like that would enlighten my life more, and I'm very selfish about that. But yeah, that's me.
This is a hard one.
Yeah, because it's either super depressing or like I mean, I guess you could try and make if I was to choose like an artist or something like that though, because like art's the thing, like I would do Salvatore Dali, even though I feel like he would just again go crazy seeing how the world is now. Like I wouldn't want to put that on somebody.
This might be a bit depressing, but I would bring back Maya Angelou. I feel like we really need her right now. Wise words right now more than ever. So I would definitely bring her back.
Yeah, I just want to fix the world. That's all I want.
Something inspiring. We need it, Maya. We need it. Tell us what to do. People listen to her, so
that's true.
Well, what came to mind too, I went with like the celebrity avenue. I wasn't thinking like political or any really person that could influence the world. I was thinking Robin Williams.
Yeah. I was torn between Robin Williams and Betty White. Like both of them need to come back. Yes, like the world just needs the two of them still.
Yep, agreed.
Oh, Robin. Love him.
Yeah. Again, very sad and depressing, but yes, we would like him back.
Actually, like right down the street from me is a graffiti wall of a big picture of Robin Williams' head and a quote from him. So I get to pass that every single day and like look over and be like, what's up, Robin? Like he's just sort of watching over our little neighborhood area.
That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, love that.
Oh.
All right, now it's me.
Yeah.
Let's hope this goes in an upward.
It's not.
It's not. It's all downhill from here. One. This is from digglybluemoonya. I don't know. If people use D&D ability scores in real life, which 2 ability scores would you want to max out on yourself? What 2 ability scores would you want in a romantic partner? For me, probably charisma and dexterity.
Correct.
Because, like, what else is there that you would need in life?
Okay, but like I would want strength though. Like hold me aloft, my lord. Like
that's true. But if you're charismatic enough, you could just talk somebody into lifting that thing over there. Like you don't need to do it yourself.
No, like I want them to lift me. Like
well, see, that's
hold
the
me
romantic partner. That's the romantic partner. Then you go charisma and strength.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Charisma, I feel like, can we all agree with charisma though? Like,
charisma,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like how none of us chose intelligence. I mean, I can't say we didn't really actually do the round table of what we would choose, but I feel like none of us are going to choose intelligence.
Nah,
No.
boring.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I would pick oh god. Okay, I would pick dexterity and charisma for sure for myself, and I would pick constitution and strength for my romantic partner because they better handle a lot.
The shit about to get wild.
Anyways, get that on up.
Gotta handle this dexterity.
Love that. I feel like with my romantic partner right now, he has too much charisma. So
yeah, he was
not.
Can I spread this out a little bit? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like I don't know what I would choose for myself. Like I would want charisma, but I'm like, I don't know. I feel like you can fudge your way through things without charisma in life, but like at the same time, probably not. I don't know. But no.
I plan on using the charisma to fudge my way through everything else in life.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's the fake it till you make it mentality.
Yeah.
Is charisma.
Look, I just gotta smile and give you a cupcake, and I could talk you into doing whatever I need done. That's my whole way through life.
That's like, I was gonna say that's your internal mom talking, but I'm just like, you're a great mom.
That's how I've gotten through 36 years.
Just always having a cupcake in your pocket.
Well, in high school it was jerky. It was venison jerky, and I literally gave that to all of my teachers, and I'm convinced that's the only reason I passed.
Fair enough.
I carried it in my purse, and I'd be like, here you go. Big test, here's some jerky.
You maxed charisma since birth.
Yeah.
Like, don't look over here. Here, have this.
Have this. Yeah, that's what you do.
All right, who's next? Peps.
We're back at Miaca.
All right.
Right. Me.
There, Megan. It's okay.
Guys, I've had a long weekend, eh?
All right. 5. All right. User Roll or Dice asks, who do you think is the most romantic person on the podcast?
Most romantic?
Yes, most romantic person on the podcast.
I mean, is this gonna be a biased answer, or are you gonna throw somebody under the table right now?
Mine's probably gonna be pretty biased, but Adam is pretty romantic. I'm not even gonna lie. He's a romantic person. It may not seem that way, but he is. He's more romantic than me, if I can be honest.
Aw,
yeah,
that's cute.
So I think Adam is.
Yeah, I'd say out of all of them, it's me.
Yeah.
100.
We all just say ourselves.
I am the most romantic. And none of you get to experience it.
I have 0 to go off of on any of this. It's all dragons, booze, and dick jokes is the only like things that I know about any of them.
I feel like we've been around. Like I feel like I've been around them for quite some time now. With Casey and I, we've been playing Sunday D&D with them for however fucking long. So I would have to say though, like legitimately, it's probably Adam. Like I would say that you lucked out. You did get the more romantic one out of all of them. Like
I could see that when you're up there. Like all of his Instagram posts get very cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, and we always have to go through a period of like 2 weeks before like you come to visit is like you don't see Adam. He's preparing for your arrival. And then for like 2 to 3 weeks after you're gone, it's just don't talk to him because he's just this dark pit of despair. So I feel like he has the largest heart out of all of us for sure. So
yeah, I have to agree as well. Adam, get off your right now.
Yeah,
bring that down a peg. But
yeah.
we see Adam like sans Miaca for a really long time, and then leading up to Miaca arriving and post Miaca leaving, and those days will end one day, I know. But he's a romantic guy for sure.
Yeah. And I feel like we shouldn't pump his tires more, but he's also like not even just the romantic side, but like he's also the person that when I was sick, he would message me almost every day to be like, do you need anything? How are you doing? Like he's just a genuinely caring human being. And now I have to find a question where I can take him down a peg or two because I just said something nice about the man.
Yeah. Did he write this question?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I hope there's a question along the lines of who's your most hated DM, and I'm like Adam.
Here are the reasons why. I would agree.
Let me get the manifest.
Let me bring out the list.
Oh man!
All right. We're on Casey.
Casey's roll. I had that one. I got it. I knew.
Oh, I rolled 3 again. Okay, reroll. 2. Oscar the orc asks, what is the host's favorite donut and why is it a London fog from Cartham's?
Why is it or why isn't it?
Why is it?
Oh.
I don't know what Cartham's is. Is that like a
Cartham's? It's
Cartham's.
Yeah, it's like a specialty donut shop here in Vancouver. It's like a little, but their donuts are like so popular that you have to get there in the morning to get them because they bake them fresh every day and they only make so many and then they just close when they're sold out kind of thing. And like they're like really so the London Fog one is like a Earl Grey tea with like it's a really like they're just fun donuts. So
yep. Fancy. And apparently we all should love the London Fog and only the London Fog. I will admit I have only had Cartham's a couple times and I have never had a London Fog. They are really good, but
so what is your favorite donut then?
I'm a sucker for a cruller. I like a cruller. Yep.
Like that. I was about to see if we had differences between what types of donuts we have versus Canada versus the US. Like I was waiting for this argument to happen.
Yeah, like half and half here. Yeah. My go-to is probably like a Boston cream. But do you guys have Krispy Kreme in Canada?
We do.
Yep.
Like you cannot beat when they're like hot and ready sign is on and you get the fresh like off of the conveyor belt glazed donut that's still like gooey and soft. Like there's something about that. But if it's not that, my go-to in every other place is like a Boston cream.
Yeah, I could fucks with Boston cream for sure. Like it's one of my favorites too. And I learned that it's also one of Dan's favorites. So like sometimes when the Tim Hortons donuts come in, I can feel like Dan and I eyeing each other being like, who's going to get the Boston cream today?
I feel like you could just make like angry eyes at him and he would
Oh,
submit,
I just have to stare at him like with the fuck off eyes.
like Dan's not arguing with you about a donut.
No, Dan full on submits to that every fucking time with Megan.
Oh, poor Dan.
Such a soft boy. The only time Dan confidently argues with me is in character, and I think that that's why him and I's characters never really get along, is because like we're so comfortable yelling at each other at the table that it's okay. But in real life, if I was to yell at him, I think he would cry. So.
Poor Dan.
So, but yeah, what about you, Miaca? What's your favorite donut?
I love a Krispy Kreme. I just love a plain glazed Krispy Kreme donut, if I can be honest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. From Tim Hortons, I like their honey cruller.
Their honey dip Timbits are real good too.
Yeah,
like I'm forever stealing one of those for my kids.
Oh, it's like Tim Hortons is in the States now too, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Not around here. No, is there? There's actually one in Baltimore, but it's like far out. I've never been there. But
interesting. Do you guys have Wendy's?
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's, okay.
Yeah,
but you don't have ketchup chips.
No.
Get bent.
Yeah.
We,
all the way bent.
For a while had all dressed chips.
What a great you're missing out.
Well, and the only worthwhile all dressed chips are Ruffles all dressed. Like fuck the
I think
rest.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay, well that's at least something.
Because they're the only good ones. If you have any other all dressed and it's your only all dressed, it's not real all dressed.
There was like a maple leaf and it said like Canada's #1 chip.
You guys, I don't like all dressed or ketchup chips.
What
guys?
The fuck?
I'm removing Miaca from this conversation. Give me a second.
I don't like I'm really boring. Like I just want plain potato chips. Like I don't want anything fun.
What the hell?
Because you are the one that brought, when we all went on that kick of bringing like 3 bags of potato chips each to the game.
Yes.
There was every flavor under the sun and then the 1 bag of plain. And it's like, oh, this is what Miaca brought for sure.
I love it when there's like a stockpile, because like we always bring snacks, but everybody brings chips. So there's like 5 of us, 3 bags of chips each, and then in the corner of Dan's basement, there's just a wall of chip bags.
That's my house. We host 3 different games in my house, and I usually like cook, and everyone's like, what can we bring? And I'm like, I don't know, a side dish or like just snacks or something. And so everybody brings chips, and I've always got like so many different kinds of Doritos and stuff at my house that my kids love. They destroy them, but like that and pop are like what everybody else brings over.
Yeah, I just always bring nudes. That's my contribution, is usually just a box of nudes to fill Dan's fridge, and that's how
I can always count on Megan to bring like a vodka type of drink in a can.
I got you. Casey brings the wine, I bring the vodka.
Yeah. Guaranteed.
Nice. That's all you need. Wine, vodka, and chips.
It's very true.
Like,
there's D&D.
I know, it's all the perfect combinations. You don't need anything else. Like screw it.
If I'm ever going to describe to somebody what D&D is like, if someone's like, oh, you play D&D, what's that like? What's that about? I'm like, oh yeah, I just hang out with my friends, we eat chips and drink vodka. It's a day of potatoes.
Day of potatoes.
What? That should be their new logo for D&D. What's D&D? It's a day of potatoes.
It's potato day.
I think we just found the title for this mailbag.
Potato day.
Day of potatoes.
Day of potatoes.
I'm gonna type that to Adam right now. But who's next? Who's next on the dice roll?
You are.
All right. 1. All right. So I also got a digglybluemoonya. Says Megan always says talk to your kobolds. I do say that a lot. What kind of monsters do you think you should always kill first and then ask questions later?
Goblins. I cannot stand goblins. I can't stand them. I've never had a good interaction with goblins, like ever.
That's fair.
I just like the snap goblins.
I feel like my parties, we forever like, we find a cave of goblins, we clear them all out, but there's always that one that we like make come with us. And then we end up killing later on down the line because we just get tired of them. But like we always have at some point a little goblin that we like scared into coming with us after he saw us destroy all of his friends.
I love it. So good. But I don't know. So I say talk to your kobolds because I don't like killing before talking to things, because I just, one, being a DM, it sucks when you've made this amazing character and it just gets fucking bodied and you're like, okay, well, there's a storyline you'll never know. Like,
true.
But like, it depends. I would say if I was to see a giant, I would be like, shit. Like either I have to fight this or I'm gonna run. You know what I mean? And I think I can say that confidently because like Casey and I have been talking about giants for a very long fucking time right now. But if I saw like a frost giant, no matter how attracted I was to it, I would be like, I'm gonna die. I will kill this and I will ask questions later.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Casey?
Yeah. It's like, can tell we've been on the giant train for quite some time. I was like, fucking hill giants, just don't even bother. Just swing away. Just
Swing away. And then you find out it's just this nice little man whose name is Charles, who happens to be really tall. Like,
yeah.
Kevin, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Kevin.
I think that's actually what makes it more fun sometimes, when you're just like, fuck this DM, we're just gonna kill this guy, and then then that gives him the opportunity, or them, to like make this sad sob story behind what you just murdered in cold blood.
You find the picture of the kids and the wife.
It's like, oh yeah, that was Kevin, and like he has a tattoo of like his children's names on his arms in
runes, like this giant, like the runes. You're like, oh, this guy's like, must be full of magic, but it's just like his kid's name, like Jessica.
Yeah. But first it would be who reads giant, and so it'll be like, oh, you can read this, and then drag it out to make everyone feel like a fucking piece of shit, and then it's like, and moving on.
Oh my god. I would love you come across this dead giant is like covered in runes. You're like, oh man, there must be like spells. This is gonna be so great. Like, who knows, like giant, someone like the bard walks up, takes one look and be like, it just says mom.
It looks like a heart with an arrow through it.
Yeah, it's like a heart with an arrow through it. Oh, that must mean something. No, man, that's just a tattoo to his mom. Like, Kevin was a softie.
All right, I'm rolling. 6. Finisher 7119 asks, what is your favorite flavor, and also what is the best flavor?
Just flavor in general?
It just says flavor.
Okay.
That could put a lot of direction.
So many ways. Is this artificial flavor? Is this real flavor?
I feel like this is too broad.
That's too broad.
I want to give like sections, like this is my favorite flavor of, and then
yeah. All right, what should we make it the flavor of, and then we'll answer that.
We already talked about chips, so like,
okay. What about wine? What's your favorite flavor of wine? What's your favorite kind of wine flavor?
What's your favorite wine mouthfeel? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, for like most alcohols, I like a peach added to it, like a peach whiskey or a peach wine.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like fruit. Like I do like fruity wines and fruit beers, like sours. I could fucks with the sour any day.
Yeah.
But like for your peach thing, like mine, a green apple.
Yeah.
If there's like an apple or green apple, like ciders, like apple is like my. I don't eat apples.
Yeah. I get that. I don't really eat peaches, but like you put it in whiskey and it's amazing.
Fair enough.
I learned that making cupcakes. I made a drunken Georgia peach cupcake with whiskey in it, and it was amazing. I was like, I should just start adding this to all my whiskey.
I love that.
I like a pink Moscato, what I'm drinking right now. Like if I get wine, that's what I'll reach for.
Yeah. Moscato was like my like high school. Sorry, mom. Like. Well, it's like my high school like pickup because it tastes like juice, right?
Yeah.
So now as an adult, it's one of those ones where I have to do the pink Moscato because like white Moscato will give you that visceral guttural, like tequila when you smell tequila, guttural reaction smell. Like, but like pink Moscato, I fucking love. So I'm with you there.
Yeah, and that just little bit of bubbles on the tongue, it's good.
Good mouthfeel. Good mouthfeel.
Good mouthfeel. Love a good mouthfeel.
Nancy, when did this become a whorehouse? Sorry, it's a whorehome. My bad.
It's all in how it feels on the tongue.
I feel like love a good mouthfeel could also be the title of this.
No, I want it to be. I want the title to be Whorehome now.
It's Potato Day, and we love a good mouthfeel.
Welcome to our Whorehome.
Yes.
Well, my wine preference I'm a classic change with the seasons. Like I do go more red in the winter and like rosé in the changing seasons and white in the winter or in the summer. But if it has like a cherry or sour cherry, anything, that's always like I'm down, whether it's like candy or red wine or I don't know, anything. An edible, sour cherry is my jam.
Sorry, my cat's meowing and he never meows. What's up, my guy?
It's a sour cherry talk. It's like, yes, sour cherry.
Gets it.
He's not a vocal cat, so that was just very strange. I'm sorry for that.
He wants to be part of the fun.
It does.
All right, we are back at Miaca.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. It's a one. All right, number one. Digglybluemoonya asks, what creative talent do you have that no one knows about?
So many answers for this.
So many answers for this question. I guess, I mean, like, I'm not the best at makeup, but I'm getting pretty great at makeup, so I guess that would be my creative talent.
Miaca, your cosplays are dope, man. Like, every post you make, just chef's kiss. Like, don't downplay that at all. You do good work.
Agreed.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I guess that would be my creative talent then.
I love that. Yeah, I would agree. Who else wants to talk about their creative talent?
I've got one that nobody knows about, but it's not necessarily a creative talent. Because like my whole Instagram is my creative talent with my, painting and terrain and stuff like that. But I did this in the 4th grade talent show. And I can still do it. I hula hooped while dancing the Macarena.
That is a gift.
And I just sort of thought about that like last week, and I have like a weighted workout hula hoop, and I was like, I wonder if I still can, and I still can. Yeah.
Nice. Nicely done. That is the number one great answer for this.
Yeah, I got mine's. I can't better than that.
No. We can just end it there. That was amazing.
I can hula hoop while dancing the Macarena.
The jumping, the spinning, like spinning in a circle, the whole thing.
Oh my God.
I love this about you. What about you, Casey?
Oh man. Creative talent no one knows about. Well, I guess most people won't know that I can play 2 like musical instruments. I can play the piano and I can play the violin. And I recently, in the last year, picked up a electric violin, which has been very interesting to dabble with. So I will say that.
I love that. I'm also like similar to Peps, where I'm very well known for being a creative artistic person. So it's not a surprise to anyone that I draw, paint, do all these weird things. Mm-hmm. But I would say that my creative thing would be that I do have a lot of really strong bisexual energy, where I have a tendency to think that I can do anything by watching one YouTube video of how to do it. So I put up my own. I put up my own wallpaper the other day. Like it was. Yeah, I could show me a YouTube video on how to build a deck. I'll build you a deck, guys.
I'm literally installing a patio in my backyard. The last time I helped my dad build a patio 22 years ago, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I can do it.
Absolutely. I was like, oh yeah, hey, Megan, do you know how to do this? I'm like, yes, I can. I can do this.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do this? I'm like, yes, I can. I can do this.
Yeah. YouTube and one call to my dad, and I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It's a creative energy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, it's mostly just living out of spite, but yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Or it's like an ADHD stubbornness.
Oh yeah, no, I will never ask a man for help.
I got it.
All right, who's rolling next?
We're on to Casey.
Okay. It is me. And guys, we need to take a 10-second, no, what am I saying? 30-second timeout because I fucked up and didn't bring the bottle of wine with me. So
Okay, go get it. This is an
Okay.
emergency.
And-
Go get your wine.
Go get
I'll be back.
I'm definitely starting to feel it. This is like the rest of it. And so if I start just, spacing out.
I feel like we're only halfway through, guys. Come on.
Yeah. While she's gone, I'm gonna also go grab a bottle because I'm running low.
Get one.
Hold
Now's the
on.
time. Refill. Sorry, Adam.
He'll be all right.
He'll probably leave this in. It's fine.
Yeah, the after credits of get more wine. I need the bottle. Just bring me the bottle.
God damn it. Rookie mistake. I didn't bring the bottle with me. Jesus.
Jeepers. Rookie fucking mistake, my guy.
My first mailbag episode.
It's my first day. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, I brought I'm like in my room right now, so I brought the entire bottle upstairs. My sister was like, "Are we drinking wine tonight?" I'm like, this is for
I
me.
am.
I am. I'm day drinking some wine.
It's for me, not for you. So
Yeah. This part of we is.
yeah.
For Megan, I grabbed a bottle of apple wine.
Nice.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Do we have that here?
It's Barefoot Fruit Scotto apple wine.
I've never seen that before. I am.
Really? Barefoot is pretty like popular, like shoppers and
We have Barefoot. I know we have Barefoot. We've had it before.
That's our I get it at the drugstore around the corner wine.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to see if we have that.
I mean, Megan, you have the most stellar liquor store nearest you. So
I do.
if anyone has it, it's that one.
It's true.
Mhm.
I'm jealous of your liquor store.
Yeah. And anytime Casey was coming over to record, she'd be like, "I'm just gonna go to your liquor store and sell one by my house." I'm like, "That's fine.
Yeah.
I like my liquor store too."
It's bomb.
I'll go over there next time I'm in town.
Yes,
because Adam needs some wine in his house. So.
We also have a store called Everything Wine, which is down, like for Casey's reference, down closer to Marine Drive. Like if you, they're on there, and it's huge. It's like a shopping mall of wine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I feel
cool.
like that would be too many choices, though.
It is, but they're
Get so overwhelmed, and I'm like, I don't know. I just whatever one has the cutest label.
that's the thing. Well, that's usually what I do. But like because all they sell is wine, their employees are actually trained to. If you talk to them, they will help you find a wine.
Okay.
So it's not like any regular BC liquor store or whatever that you walk into and no one knows. They're like, I don't know, man, grab that one. It's like $6. Just take it. Like, they'll actually and they do wine tastings if you want to taste it before you buy it. Like it's a whole, it's an experience.
It's a whole thing.
Whole thing.
So you can do your pre-drinking while you're getting the wine that you're drinking
For
that
sure.
night. I love it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
100%.
Yeah.
We need to do this.
Yeah. Anyways, Casey, roll a dice.
Anyway, okay. Okay. I got flustered. I dropped it. Okay. 5. Okay. Okay. Fuck off, it's a throwaway from Reddit asks. You're walking through a forest and you find a man trapped in a jar. What do you do? Do you leave him or do you free him, and why?
We'll let you answer first, Casey.
Okay, so it just specifies a man. So I guess we have to assume like human, not any other creature, which is sad. But if it's a man that's 6 feet-ish with some long hair, maybe like muscular, like loincloth or kilt, or I'll let him out. Fine.
To see what's under the kilt or loincloth. Is that where is that where we're going with it?
That's fair.
Kind of like, well, let's just see what the ratios are here.
If I can objectify the man in the bottle, I will let him out.
Yeah. But if it's just like, he's been in there for a couple years and it's like, this isn't very exciting for me, I'm probably gonna be like, I'm sorry, I'm just you're not enough entertainment for me, and I'll leave him there.
I also like how we're assuming that when we take the man out of the bottle, he will grow to 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Like, or is this a 6-foot bottle that we're dealing with? Because if it's a 6-foot bottle. I feel like Casey would ask those questions though.
Yeah.
She'd like pick the bottle up. There's this tiny man inside. Be like, if I let you out, will you grow to 6 feet tall?
You're like tapping at it. Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I know this
Give
is
me
the
your
word
height,
quality.
weight, and marital status, please.
And do you like dogs?
Yeah. Answer these questions 3.
I mean, you guys can't judge me. You're all thinking it.
I'm not. It's fair
Yeah,
answer.
yeah,
Fair
yeah.
answer. Yeah. I would honestly probably put him in my bag of holding and forget that he's there.
You would just die there.
Yeah,
Absolutely die.
months later, and then I'm like, oh yeah.
It just becomes one of those items on your like inventory list that you just
Yes,
completely forget
I
about.
would randomly be like would be in a situation where I had like out of options and just finally reading my inventory and like, man in a bottle. Why do I have a man in a bottle? Oh fuck.
I use the bottle as a weapon.
Yeah. I take out this bottle and I throw it at the guy.
Yeah. And that would be a scenario where the DM, like, if a DM was aware of this situation that you just threw into your bag of holding, throughout the next 6 months to a year would drop hints. Like you talk to an NPC where they're like, yeah, like there was this wizard who was trapping people in jars, and I don't know, like just trying to get you to remember about the NPC in the jar. And
there'd be like missing persons posters everywhere.
Yes.
Of an actual man in a bottle. Because the wizard's looking for their lost man in a bottle.
And Peps is just like, weird.
Super weird.
What is that?
I hope they find the guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's so sad. Does he have a family? Like, that sucks. It sucks for him.
I don't think I would free him. I would like
Miaca, I knew you wouldn't free him.
No, Miaca's like, fuck that.
Yeah. Look, if you're in a bottle, you're in a bottle for a reason, man. Like,
exactly.
What woman put you here?
He is my prisoner, and I'm gonna keep him. He's part of the story. Like, you're gonna stay in the bottle and do what I say.
This is when we find out that Miaca's collecting men in bottles.
now we know where Adam's at.
Is Adam the man in the bottle?
Oh my God.
Yes. He needs to be. I think you would all agree that he should be the man in the bottle.
Oh. And now he's just in someone's bag of holding, being forgotten about. Oh no.
Poor Adam.
Oh.
All right.
Megan, that's you.
Oh, I get to roll dice there?
You're next.
Here we go.
Ooh.
All right.
Officially halfway through, I think.
Amazing. Yeah, because this is my third roll. We're doing 5 each. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I rolled 5. So oh god, this one's gonna get dark. Zither009 asks, how do you deal with imposter syndrome?
Oh fuck.
Yeah. It's a big one. I suffer from imposter syndrome like terribly. Like, and I think it comes out mostly in my work life where like sometimes I'm just like, I'm the person that like, if my boss says, hey, can we have a conversation? I think I'm getting fired that day. Like there's no positive outcome that could possibly happen in my head. And then all of a sudden like, oh no, you're getting a raise. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
See, that's why you marry your boss like I did. And then they can't fire you.
Love that.
Is that the play?
That's a play.
Interesting. Well, yeah, no, I could. No, my boss is already married. I mean,
that doesn't mean a thing.
hasn't stopped me before. But how do you like? I don't know how I deal with it. It just exists. It's a thing that just happens, and then I just move on from it. Like it's a part of the anxiety thing that you just deal with day to day, right? But
yeah.
I don't know.
See, I think for me, it took a very long time for me to like accept myself as an artist, like painting minis and doing all that in a public way. and people calling me an artist and asking me for advice. Like, I grew up where my sister was an artist, and she legit went to Italy to study art in college. So for people to call me an artist always felt like weird. Like, I'm not the artist. My sister has like murals all over the place and studied in Italy, like where art, is the huge thing over there. And so that was always very hard for me to accept. And I think I'm finally at a place where I am, where I do accept that. But
I get it. Being a person who has a piece of paper that says they can draw and paint, I still don't think I can draw and paint.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't get any easier. In fact, I think that it gets harder. The more you study, the more pressure you have on yourself to be good and things like that. And like I didn't end up doing art as a profession, even though I went to school for it, because I never thought anyone would want anything that I could create. I always thought it was going to be too personal or too me or not good enough or not worth the money people were willing to spend. And I'm now only at a point now where someone asks me for a commission, I'll be like, yeah, absolutely, I'll do that for you. But it's really hard for me to charge money.
Yeah.
Because like
I've been asked to do commissions, and like it's like I'll paint something for somebody. Like I painted, a dragon and sent it over to the guys for their, what is a clubhouse where they record and that. But yeah, being commissioned to do things, it just puts so much more pressure on it, I think.
Yeah.
For that, like it has to be good, and then you get in your head more because somebody's actually paying you for this.
Meanwhile, they've seen everything you've painted and love it, and so if you just do the exact same thing, that would be fine. But suddenly, it's absolutely.
It's so much harder if there's money involved. Like if it's just a painting for a friend and I send it off, like fantastic. I hope they love it. Like I'm excited to do it, but
yeah. Mia, could you ever deal with that kind of stuff with your cosplaying? Because like you're really good at it. Like
yes, because like a lot of my cosplays are like closet cosplays and like whatever little things I can find on Amazon. And so I definitely deal with that. And also like, I do it on TikTok, which, TikTok is a lot of fun. And I met like a lot of great people from there, but TikTok in and of itself is like the worst when it comes to, with like views and stuff like that. So sometimes I'll put my heart into something and then like it doesn't get the reach that I want. So I'm like, okay, people didn't like this, whatever. But in all actuality, a lot of people actually liked it. And I kind of have to dial myself back a bit more,
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, the right people who saw it loved it and they, they love what I do. So
yeah. It's hard to be creative in a social media platform of any kind. Yeah. It took a while to like get that with Instagram and stuff. I've been on there for maybe 4 years now. And my whole painting career started, like I didn't start painting until after I was on Instagram. So literally every bit of my progress is on there from my very first paint to now. So it's an interesting thing to put yourself out there creatively, to be judged.
Yeah.
And to like not take it personally.
Yeah, that has prevented me from putting lots of creative stuff I've done out there. I do really like painting minis too. And I even at one point created an Instagram for just my miniatures and never posted a single one because I was like, once it's out there, it's out there. I don't know. And I never did. And I've painted like dozens and dozens of minis. And it's just like that barrier. It's tough. I'm still working through that one.
I think my advice with that is just like, do it for you. Like paint it, put it out there. Yeah, it's great to get the likes and the comments and that, but it's also just sort of a virtual portfolio for yourself. Like it is very cool to go back and look at my very first mini and then look at my latest mini and have that side by side, how much I've grown and things like that. So like keep it more as a catalog for yourself that other people can enjoy if they want. If they don't, then fuck them,
Fuck those guys.
Well, it's nice to remind myself that like, with cosplay, I'm doing it for myself and I'm doing it because it's fun, things and putting a story together. It's, it's fun for me and it's like my time to do what I want to do in my space. So, yeah.
I've started started putting my paintings up on my own walls, like for myself. And like I did the other day with my wallpapered wall that I did, I put like a black filigreed like wallpaper up, and then I put one of my paintings on the wall, and I was like, that looks nice. And then like the next day I was staring at it, I'm like, I'm gonna repaint that. So
Of course you did.
My friend came over and he's like, didn't you just have that painting on the wall? And I'm like, not anymore, I have to fix it.
Yeah.
I
So
love your
that's
paintings, Megan. I love them.
At
Your
some point, you
wallpaper?
just gotta walk away from it, though. Like you
Yeah.
just gotta, like you guys. This is my shelf of minis behind me.
I keep looking at it, it's beautiful.
I know, me too.
It's a picture of it's a background because my basement's a mess. But yeah, I like paint something, take a picture, post it, and set it on the shelf, and I walk away. Like
Smart.
I cannot keep picking it up and looking at it and fixating on it. I just like, okay, that's done. On to the next.
All right. What I've learned from this question is that you're all wonderful, beautiful women that do great creative things, and you should all be very proud of yourselves, and fuck the man in the bottle.
Leave him in there.
Leave him in the bottle.
Add that to the title of this podcast.
It's gonna be the longest title ever.
Longest title. Fuck the man in the bottle.
Happy Potato Day.
But not actually fuck the man. Well,
Unless he's 6 foot tall and has a little paw.
He's going and going.
And has charisma and dexterity and some strength to hold me aloft. That's all I need.
That's all we need. That is all we're asking for in life. It is not that much.
I feel like we're very simple.
We are, though. We are.
Simple
Right.
creatures.
And
All
then
right.
I'm gonna roll.
Roll it.
yes, please make us move on.
Okay. This question comes from Oscar _the_orc. What is your 12 beers in karaoke song, and why is it Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins?
Dan.
Oscar.
My go-to karaoke song. I used to go karaokeing every week in my 20s, and my go-to song was Aaron's Party from Aaron Carter.
Mm,
Oh, love
that's a
that.
callback.
That's a callback.
I used to have Aaron Carter CDs. Like,
Yeah. And I'll tell that to any man, and they're like, who?
How do you not know Aaron Carter?
How do you not
He's
know
the
Aaron
brother
Carter?
of Nick Carter,
Yeah,
who is in
I
the
don't know.
Backstreet Boys.
That's what I'll have to be like. It's one of the little brothers from one of the guys of Backstreet Boys. Just, he was like 13 when he did that song, but I know every word right now, could sing it.
Phenomenal. I don't do much karaoke. I feel like I sing in my car. My car is where I sing constantly. I love car karaoke is kind of what I do. But like, I don't know what I would sing if I did go. I feel like it'd be something stupid, like, I don't know, something Whitney Houston-ish, or like just so I can
Yeah,
yell into a
that
microphone
too.
and not give a shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Something you can belt out.
Yeah. Actually, no. What is it? From the Shrek movie. What was it? I Need a Hero, like that whatever song that I would do that 100%. I'll throw that down. What about
Me
you,
too. I'm like, I have never got up for karaoke. I don't think I ever will. There is not enough beer and not enough wine to get me up there. Like
12
it
beers is not enough.
No. But I love going to karaoke and watching and supporting. Like, I will support the fuck out of all of you. But it's a hard line. It won't happen.
Yeah,
Would you do
a lot
like a
of
group
right.
karaoke? Like if we all went up together,
And saying
the
the Spice
ladies
Girls.
of the Mimics, and did the Spice Girls?
I'm thinking stop right now, guys.
So,
Yeah,
thank you very much.
much.
Somebody with the human touch.
I
got
would
you.
stand up there and not have a mic and be one of the ones that just moves my mouth.
It's like when people are singing happy birthday, I'm that person that never actually sings it. I just move my mouth like I am singing it.
Yep. This is a hard line, this karaoke thing.
Again, you just got to bring the DJ cupcakes. That's what I did.
I like how the answer for everything is just bring cupcakes.
Yeah.
Cupcakes.
It makes sense.
It's how I get through all of life.
I would I think my karaoke song is from a musical that I've never even seen. I just know the song because my sister used to play it. It's called Michael in the Bathroom from, I think, Be More Chill, the play. It's actually a really good song. If you listen, I don't know if anyone knows the Tiny Desk concert thing on YouTube. It's like a little show where they have like singers come on and like sing, basically. Duh. But definitely look it up. Michael in the Bathroom, Tiny Desk concert. The guy who sings it does a good job. But that would be my like random karaoke songs and just like yell into the mic and just go off.
Cool. Yeah. See, it's best to have a karaoke song that nobody knows because they don't know if you're messing it up. Yeah.
But like I also want to sing
one
like,
that everybody knows, so they all sing louder than you.
I was gonna say I would like to do an Evanescence song, like "Wake Me Up," just so I can just like scream.
Yeah,
do a little bit of screamo in there, All right, who's next? Who rolls?
We're back to Miaca.
Okay, back to me. Here we go. Let's see. Number 3. Avatar Idelia asks M&Ms or Smarties. I'm going with M&Ms because I love chocolate.
Yeah, M&Ms. Specifically peanut butter M&Ms, but M&Ms.
Oh, like peanut butter or peanut M&Ms?
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's basically like, but they have a Reese's. Like,
they're like bigger than Reese's Pieces, though. They're like...
I like how you say Reese's Pieces. Thank God you say Reese's Pieces. This has been a debate for so long. It is Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. I don't know.
But what do other people say?
That's how we say it here in Ohio.
Reese's Pieces is how others say it. I say Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
I like that better.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Like the candy. Yeah. You're eating candy. Be fun.
Yeah. Don't be boring.
It's M&Ms for me all the way. Like peanut butter takes it to a new level. Peanut M&Ms though. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say M&Ms too. I don't know why. I just never want to pick up a box of Smarties, Like,
it's like, it feels too presumptuous.
Yeah. Who's buying Smarties? Like you're at the store. Who's like
you're basic. Smarties.
Yeah, it's like Smarties is that candy that's like in the mixture of other candies.
Yeah,
you pick around it.
That you get left over for Halloween. That's the only thing left in there.
Yeah, it cannot stand alone, so they put it in the mix, and even then, it's like that's the throwaway, like the filler candy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
The filler candy.
Okay, well, we are timing these rounds great because I need the top up when it's now my turn. It is my turn, right?
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah,
it is.
Okay, well, that's a whole bottle now, so this is going well.
We're doing good, guys. We're doing great.
I'm almost done.
Okay. 2. Did I do 2 yet? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. 6. Okay. Finisher 7119 asks, what do each of you do with misbehaving dice? Okay. Well, there inevitably is dice jail, and I have several different iterations of dice jail.
There's a system.
It's like you get in, it's kind of like penitentiary jail where it's like, well, you done me wrong, but and then if you fuck up after that, you're going in, like, you're exiting my box, you're going into the bag, and you are never seeing light of day for at least 6 months. Like, fuck you, you're gone.
That sentence without context is phenomenal. You're being removed from my box, put into a bag, and you will never see the light of day again.
Yeah,
that's what we did with the man in the jar.
I'll go the man in the jar. Yeah. So classic levels of dice jail for me.
Beautiful.
I've started trading dice. So yeah, like Dave and I, we sit beside each other on Sundays for D&D, and like him and I have terrible dice rolls constantly until one game we decided, like, do you want to trade dice? So we swapped D20s and they just started rolling better. Like, so Yep. And it's worked in our favor for a few games now where we swap seed dice and it went better than what we were trying to roll our own dice. But otherwise, yeah, classic dice jail, or I just yeet it into my backpack and forget it exists. And then I have D20s floating around all over the place. I don't remember which ones are good and which ones are bad anymore.
Until you roll again and you're like, this fucker.
This bitch.
Oh. See, in my early days of playing, I played in an all-girls group, and we used to we would sweet talk the dice, and then we'd show it down our shirt, and we'd be like, "Come on, be good for me." And it usually worked. It usually worked pretty well.
You use your feminine wiles on your dice?
On my dice, yeah. But now I play with mostly dudes, so I don't do that anymore.
Casey, or Miaca, next time we're all playing together, we're doing this.
Yeah.
I just want to see the look on Dan's face.
Yeah.
When Adam asked us to I need everybody to roll perception or whatever, we all just go
just down our shirt, yeah. No, wait, I gotta store my dice in my bra. And then when I'm ready, I'll just reach down and grab a nice warm dice.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna know I taught you that trick though, because I used to stream when I did that.
And I feel if every man at the table is just stricken to silence staring at this, it can be and we're rolling with advantage, right?
Right?
Let me get another one. Not once did I think to use my feminine wiles on my dice. Here we go.
Someone to make bras with dice pockets in them now.
It's been noted.
Yeah.
Adam, don't put that in. That's for us. Patent pending.
The It's a Mimic dice bras.
Yes.
Guys.
We're on to something.
What I do with my dice, I'm notorious for rolling bad dice. I will roll 2 1s in a row.
Yeah, the few times we've played with you in person, it's just been awful.
Yeah, the worst. I usually just throw them to the side, whether it's usually in my box. I'm nope, not using you anymore.
Well, and you are notorious for quadruple, quintuple chances. You roll 1s and 2s forever, and I'm like, Miaca, get rid of the dice. End it now.
You're just no, it's gotta get better.
Yeah. It's they're really pretty. It doesn't work.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Too forget.
I think that's Megan now.
Yeah.
That was Casey's question, right?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, I forgot to mark it off.
All right.
It's falling apart.
It's falling apart.
Okay.
I'm on my second flavor of wine. It's all downhill from here.
It's not my favorite flavor, but it's a flavor. All right, I rolled a 4. So this one comes from KingOfRott. So Adam has become a lich again. How do you stop him before he takes control of the cosmos and multiverse?
Oh.
Okay, no, my answer is just send Miaca.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's Adam becomes a lich again. We know where he's going to respawn. And we just say, okay, well, we just got to get Miaca there. And as soon as he respawns, it's going to be Adam, sit down.
Pretty much.
So, that's my answer for that.
I have an answer, but it's not appropriate. But I
Miaca!
You have to say it.
I don't know, just show him my boobs. He'll sit down.
It works for the dice. It'll work for Adam.
Yes. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Listen. It doesn't take much, y'all. It doesn't take too much. Oh my god.
This is how we stop the lich. You just boobs.
Boobs.
Yeah.
Fuck finding phylacteries. Fuck destroying things. Boobs.
It worked on Strahd for me. I'm just saying.
And now he's your husband.
Now he's my husband. Every time I saw Strahd in that campaign, flashed him.
Taking notes because I'm trying to figure
flash him. Yeah.
I love it.
Well, it works. Nudity and liches go together because I've used that in the past as well. I'm a lich and I love to be nude.
It's true. It was a constant theme of this black dragonborn's robes just flying open in the wind.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think it just started one day because like we were like sleeping or something, and we all were all waking up, and Adam, for some reason, Adam just asked, Akra, do you sleep naked? Because like you're a dragon, so like, and you're like, yes, I do.
100%.
And then it was downhill from there.
Yeah. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. That's
100%.
It tracks. Okay.
Yeah.
Titties for the win.
Yeah.
Next question.
The answer is boobs.
The answer is always boobs.
always boobs. It's always boobs. Two. Did I did two. Did six. I did one. Those are literally the only. Okay. Colton Adrian asks, what is something you aspire to do better than your parents did? For example, I want to be better, more engaged father to my daughter than my father was for me.
Whoa.
Wow, that got real.
Yeah. from boobs to parents. How did we
from boobs to internalized trauma. Here we go.
Love this, bro.
Love this. Better than my parents. I don't know. I'm one of those people that like my parents are like, they've always been my best friends, and like I look up to them so much, and I don't know that I could do anything better than that. Like my dad's retired and his job is driving the Amish around. He's an Amish Uber driver. Like, what better retirement job is there than that? Like you can't be better than that. I don't.
That sounds great.
I like that. Bet you it's a very calm job.
Yeah.
Like, it's like just very chill.
Just very chill job. And they like bake him cakes and stuff on his birthday, and like
Aww.
they come out and like go swimming at their lake and have fish fries and stuff. Like he's made friends with this whole Amish community because he drives them around.
Amazing.
Yeah, you can't do better than that.
You can't do better than that in life. You cannot. They live on a lake. They drive Amish around. Like there's no better.
We're done. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I aspire to be that, I guess.
Maintain. That's your
Maintain. I want to maintain that level of awesomeness.
Love that. Who else wants to talk about their trauma?
I would say I would be more open, emotionally open. Like my parents already are, but like, there's some things, that I can't. It's getting deep.
Yeah. Go dig deep, Miaca. Here we go.
There's like some things I just can't bring to their attention and stuff. But, as a parent, hopefully, if I become a parent in the future, I would want to be a little bit more open, but still kind of have that boundary of like, I'm your parent. You have to, until like a certain age, you have to listen to what I have to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to be a cool mom.
You want to be a cool mom, but you also want to maintain the respect that like boundary. Yeah.
It's a hard balance to find as a parent. Like,
yeah,
having them be able to trust to confide in you, but also like respect your authority. It's an interesting balance to maintain.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Casey?
Oh gosh.
What do you got in your treasure trove?
Let's roll out the scroll. Time for this. Well, I would say my parents worked extremely hard to provide everything they could for us. And I know particularly like my dad had not a big work-life balance. And so when I was really young, we didn't see him a lot, but it was because he was taking extra shifts or working late so that there was money, right? Mm-hmm. But as a kid, you don't realize what was going on at the time. And then as an adult, it's like, ah, shit. And I have also been doing the same kind of thing, though I don't have kids yet, but just, the grind and working really hard. And there's never you're never reaching it quite. Like you have to just keep grinding away because there's more and more and more. You have to keep going. So I really want to check that and gain some balance and recognize that like work isn't everything. It's important because sadly we're all controlled by money, but I hope if I do get to have kids that I can talk to them a little bit more about that. Like, even if I am having to work more, it's like, look, I'm doing this because we want to do whatever, like, you know, and just be a bit more open about that. So it's not just that I'm away all the time because I'm working my ass off for them, but there's just a bit more transparency in why we do what we do to raise a family and be a family and do what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll try and do that. And even if I don't have kids, I hope I can just find the work-life balance where I'm not quite as controlled by work as the previous generation, like our parents' generation is.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, Casey. It's beautiful.
Just retire and find some Amish to drive around.
There you go. That's my new dream.
Live the life. Didn't even know that was an option. Now it's top of the list.
Absolutely. Like right up there. Same thing with my parents. I was very blessed with the parents that I have. But I think that what I'm noticing in my adulthood now, especially like with the angry facade that I have for most people, I wish and I hope that eventually I can teach, if I have kids, to be more physically affectionate towards humans. So like it's to the point where like I started dating someone and then they made a comment saying I didn't realize how affectionate you could be. And I was just like, I know you meant that as a compliment, but like there's a moment in my head where I was like, I don't exude being able to like physically be around people. And like, I don't want my kids to have that same restraint, because my parents weren't physically affectionate. We didn't hug, we didn't kiss goodbye. We never, like, we had space as kids.
Yeah.
And
same.
like, so now as an adult, I don't know how to exude that in like a respectable, like professional manner, or even with my friends, I'm not usually physically affectionate. But then when it comes to me having a partner, I'm very affectionate, because it's like I've been given permission that this is a person that I can do these things with, but they don't get to see that until we reach a certain level or boundary. Right. So, and then they're like surprised by it. And I'm like, sorry, surprise affection. Surprise affection. I can do it.
It's another great title for this episode. Surprise affection.
Add it to the title, I'm telling you.
To the tally, just. But no, I just hope that we do live in a world where, especially now that we went through COVID, that being physically touching and affectionate with other human beings is becoming frowned upon again. And I'm worried for the next generation that it's going to be tough for them to be able to A, understand other people's boundaries, and B, be able to like figure out what their own are. Right. So anyways, that's my dig deep moment for you.
I'm really glad you said that, because that was right up there with the same thing I grew up with, was just, you know, no necessarily like I love yous or hugs or kisses and that type of thing growing up. But I do see it changing a bit despite COVID in my family generations. So it's just, and it's also weird. It's like, oh, like my nieces and nephews are very affectionate. And I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, I learned from my nieces and nephews, like, because my sister is trying to teach them and do better and be able to do the thing. And our family now hugs because we have nieces and nephews.
Right. So you embrace it. It's like, we can be the change. We can be the generational change.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on from this cry fest. Who's next?
It's back to Miaca, and these are the last.
All right, 6. This question comes from It's Miaca, so it comes from myself. And the question is it in fact a mimic?
Always.
Always a mimic.
Always a mimic. It is always a mimic until proven otherwise.
Yep.
Yeah.
The treasure chest will always be a mimic.
Always. The treasure chest. I've had sleeping bags. I've had houses be mimics. It's always a mimic.
Always a mimic.
Ships, whole villages, you know. Yeah.
Clouds. All of it.
Clouds.
Never trust the clouds.
Never trust. This is why all D&D players have trust issues.
100%. And it's always the one time that you drop your guard that it is.
It was either from a mimic or the Brubenstrad. Hands down, like those are our 2 traumas collectively as D&D players.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
I broke every broom in Barovia after that.
Never again.
Never again. Just snap it in half.
Oh my God, there's that TikTok trend that was going around for like the D&D side of TikTok where it was like, it was just a guy posting workout videos, but like the captions were like what his character failed at doing. So it'd be like, it would
remember that.
Yeah, where he'd be like, it's very dramatic music and it's just like, I lost my friend and I couldn't pull them out of like this hole and they fell and they broke their legs and died and like rotted to death. And then it's just him working out being like, never again. And it's just like workout so you can do what your D&D character could not.
Love it.
Anyways. Casey, it's your roll, right? Casey?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Let's take a couple rolls, I think. Oh gosh. If this was the game, I would be killing it. I've rolled 5 and 6 like 4 times.
Just pick one.
You can even audit as well. Like, because there's 2 questions left, right?
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
All right. Digglybluemoonya. Ooh, that one was popular. Threw a lot of questions in.
Mm-hmm.
God. Okay. What is the most horrible thing one of your characters has done to an NPC?
Oh.
Miaca, I'm looking at you. You're fucking horrible to NPCs.
So,
Okay. Do you want to start, Miaca?
Yeah, I'll start. So, in my one-on-one campaign, the one that kind of like started me off with the D&D that I played with Adam, her name is Keyleth and she's a tiefling, tiefling sorcerer. Yeah. And so, at one point in the campaign, she killed like a little, like I think it's called a Kenku.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Yep.
killed a little NQ boy. And then I tried to say it was an accident.
Of course.
And Adam was just like, no, it wasn't. You literally conjured like fireball and you like threw it at him. And like just the consequences of my actions just came raining down. Like I was being investigated by the police. And then I had to like go to hell and like find this kid and like bring him back.
Oh my God.
I love it.
It was a lot. It was a lot. But I'm like, I didn't think it would like kill him. I thought it would just knock him out, but it killed him. So
Fireball, you thought fireball would just knock him out.
It would just knock out the small bird child.
Yeah.
If I throw a fireball.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast fireball.
But if we think about it, is it really my fault?
You gotta call
Yes.
non-lethal damage at the beginning.
I don't think you can do non-lethal damage with spells and ranged weapons.
Yes, yeah, I didn't.
Death.
In my intention, I'm like, I'm just gonna knock him out, and I was like, and like he was dead, and I was like, oh God,
Summer child.
do that.
And Adam had a heyday after that.
Oh
Like,
yeah, of course he did.
Love it.
That's a good one.
What about you, Casey?
In the previous campaign, when I played Accra, yes, I'm a one-note wonder on Accra, but she's the best.
She's dope.
So at one point she got a like lizard folk follower who I think actually it was by accident and it was totally manipulated into thinking I was some kind of god, but I digress.
Semantics.
Yeah, semantics. Worshipped me, was a dedicated follower, my only one. Name was 2 of 4.
I remember 2 of 4.
Yeah. Oh God. Many a weeks and months with 2 of 4 as my supportive, guard, and just would throw himself into anything for me until everything went wrong and we all got nearly destroyed or died by I think it was a Demogorgon.
It was the Demogorgon, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
And it forced us to select who would live and who would die.
Sacrificial lamb.
And I made the mistake, and this is with Adam DMing, I made the mistake of casting message with 2 of 4 saying, I'm so sorry, but are you going to be okay being sacrificed? Which he was not.
No.
Yeah, and he was 100% sacrificed and died in front of all of us for the sake of my PC friends and some other NPCs. I don't think I'll live that one down. So bad.
No.
That's mine.
What about you, Peps?
I feel a weight off.
Yeah.
With these
Feel a little lighter.
No.
you feel
We
better?
should get together like once a month just to confess every shitty thing we've done.
Yeah, it'll be a support group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chaotic evil support group.
Mine's not that long of a story. I am a tiefling bard and I tied a guard to a bed and then vicious mockery dick shamed him to death.
Peps.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Wasn't a long story, but it was a good story.
It was a good story.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
After
Wow.
I, of course, got all the information out of him that I needed. You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mine's not as grotesque as that is, but you know. Mine's not from D&D. Mine's from L5R. No one who listens to me, I play a lot of L5R. But I had a character from a specific clan whose castle got taken by a different clan. And then she started walking around with a bunch of these people that the daimyo of this clan was with. And then he was attacked. And the only person who could heal poisons and things like that was my character. And so she pretended to heal him and didn't and let him die. And this guy was also the husband of another player at the table. Like,
Oh man.
and she wasn't there that day. So she did not know that I had done that.
Oh my god.
Until I'm going to say like weeks later. Did she
Until
find
she
out?
listens to this.
No.
Yeah.
It is very well known that my character, she took a very severe honor loss for it, but she ended up getting her castle back. She became the Dragon Clan champion. So whatever, man. Sacrifices must be made.
Do what you gotta do.
There's an old
Wow.
man sitting on the throne and I am going to remove him.
Wow, Megan.
You know what? Just
Wow.
out here doing evil things. It's okay. My roll? I'm thinking
Yep,
like I'm next
you.
time. Yeah, I can do that one. Okay. Finisher 7119 asks, what is your least favorite monster in 5th edition? Or what is your least favorite D&D monster in any edition? I'm going to say that I just don't like beholders. I know, like I saw like Casey has a visceral reaction when I say beholders, but yeah, I fucking hate
That
beholders.
was mine.
Yeah.
The second that question was out, I'm like, beholders. Fucking beholders.
Yeah. And like we did a couple episodes on beholders and how many different kinds of beholders there are. And then I realized after doing that episode that like we got off pretty fucking easy with what we were with my beholders. And I'm just like, even though Adam fudged it to make it easier for us, it still fucking sucked. Like, but that would be mine.
Mine's Sturges, just like Dan. I can't like I had one character who it was like session 1 with this brand new character and a Sturge came out of nowhere and would have killed her, but I had like a magical shield that took the hit or something and I didn't die. But like that character would have been done on my very first session because of a Sturge and like fucking Sturges.
Yep. Sturges are TPK material.
Mhm.
Like, be aware, DMs. Like,
We did
fuck it up.
recently, one of my groups was clearing out a fortress or something, and one of the guys, like, we found a bathroom and one of the guys was like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down on the bathroom and go, and a Sturge flew up the toilet and inserted into his area.
You play some fucked up games, Tess, and I am here for it.
And so that was our lesson as a group to always look before you sit.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Add that to the title list. Look
Yeah.
before you sit.
And my character, this was the same character that Nick shamed the MP guard to death, and I was like, that's his problem. I am not getting anywhere near that. And I just like stood back and was like, if you die from a Sturge in your ass, that's on you.
If you die, you die.
That is not my problem.
Ugh.
I don't like the cube things that just like suck up everything.
Gelatinous cubes.
Gelatinous cubes.
Yeah.
Gelatinous cubes.
Oh my gosh, they're like annoying. It's not. I'm not really all that afraid of them, but I just want them to go away because it's like you're just annoying to be here. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they move so slow.
yeah.
That is one instance. Take it from experience. Do not try fireball on a gelatinous cube because it will blow up everyone else in the room and barely hit the gelatinous cube.
But how big was the room?
How big was the room?
Oh man.
Yeah, agreed on that one.
Can't
Okay.
stand those guys.
This is the last question.
Last question.
Okay. What is acid dialogue, I think. What is your favorite cocktail to have while playing? Bonus points for recipes. It's a good question to end it on.
Yeah.
I am usually either drinking whiskey or wine. However, I did just get a Lovecraft cocktail book, and there's one drink in there I want to make next time we play, and it's called the Mississippi Boner.
Oh, wow.
And it's I think a drop of liquid smoke, whiskey. I think they recommend Crown Royal, and Sam Adams like cream stout or something like that. I mostly just want to make it so I can give it to all the guys and tell them I gave them a boner. But
I like
Love
that
it.
about you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually drink like water and wine while I'm playing because, to be honest, I get so anxious for some reason because I don't know why. But I don't know. I would like some type of like vodka, like lemonade situation, I guess.
Yeah.
Sounds like-
Bring the vodka bevvies for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would drink.
Yeah, we don't really make cocktails when we play. We mostly just like bring pre-made, easy to open, easy access kind of items.
Yeah.
But like, and it's for me, it's usually just a combination of energy drink, vodka beverage, and then whatever wine Casey brings. Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
But like for L5R, it's beer for some reason. Like I don't drink beer when I play D&D, but I drink beer when I'm playing L5R. But my favorite cocktail, if I was to make one to have at a table, I'm an old fashioned person, like, because my bourbon is my thing. I love a good old fashioned. So simple.
Nice. Yep. I'm straight up wine. That's where I go.
I mean, we do have a favorite. We tend to drink Apothic. That's like tends to be our brand of choice when we drink wine.
Apothic Red. And Dan, if you are listening to this, this is when you get thrown.
He has been thrown under the bus for the amount of time, for the one time he threw out a box of wine because he thought that it would go bad.
Yes.
Wow.
And I know
Wait,
this
what?
was mentioned so many times probably. But yes, there was one time I, for the first time, found a box of Apothic Red. And I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Bought it, brought it over to our D&D Sundays, and enjoyed it. Everyone enjoyed it through that session. We didn't play for like 3 weeks. Came back and I'm like, where's my box of wine? And Dan's like, oh, I threw it away. It's been like 3 weeks.
It goes bad, doesn't it?
Damn.
And like a part of my heart died that day. That was like, and it wasn't like the 2.5 bottle, it was the like 5 bottle box.
Oh, man.
So I was like, oh, okay, I forgive you, Dan.
Promptly the next session, he brought like 3 bottles of wine for Casey.
Yeah. But like I was gonna let him off easy just because I was like, oh my god, this sucks. And Adam was like, dude, what?
Just would not let it go. Like,
It's like that shit lasts months.
Oh man.
Yeah. Apothic Red, it's a go-to. It's so good.
Yeah,
Goes
highly
down
recommend.
easy. Yeah.
I also-
Sorry, Dad, had to be said.
No, my issue is I get feisty with red wine, so I have to like limit the amount of red wine I consume at a D&D table because someone will get yelled at that day. Like,
That's fair.
But yeah. All right. Well, that is it for this mailbag episode of the It's a Mimic podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, as well as dozens of other podcast apps.
You can also email us at info@itsamimic.com or head over to www.itsamimic.com and support us by hitting that donate button or buying some merch. I actually drank my coffee out of an It's a Mimic mug this morning.
Ooh, it's a good mug.
Thanks for listening to the It's a Mimic podcast, and make sure to check out the other mailbag episodes as well as the long list of special series and unique topics.
For deeper dives into specific content, check out the playlists we've built on YouTube or browse the episode guide that we update on Reddit at r/itsamimic. I feel like he did that so that I said it correctly.
He wrote it out phonetically for you.
I have fucked it up so many times.
Every Giants episode, it was like at r r/Casey.
Hi, Megan. I fucked it up again. And of course, Adam put me last. You did this on purpose. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, 100%. You got to redeem yourself. But yeah, otherwise, does everybody have their D6? Oh my god, that's a great D6 table.
For the mailbag episode.
All right, I'm just gonna take a drink right now. I feel like I have a burp coming on, so I just have to give it a second. Hold on. It's gonna happen in the middle of my speech, therefore I'm just gonna wait for it. Okay, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen the most inopportune time. I know it's going to, but that's okay. There it is. That's fantastic. Okay. Okay. I'm an image of grace and beauty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is boobs.
The answer is always boobs.
Always boobs.
Oh,
fantastic content, ladies.
Yeah, I love it.